Hi, welcome to our second video all about Tableau interface and connecting to your data. So in this video, we are going to learn more about the Tableau workspace, how to connect to your first data, how to create your first visualization, what all the data types that is being supported in Tableau, and also about the Tableau field types. In the last video, we discussed more about what is Tableau, how Tableau is being different from other BI tools in the market, what is data visualization, the need for data visualization, and about the Tableau architecture. We also discussed about the live and extract connection. So what is live and what is extract? So in today's video, we are going to see more about the interface details. Tableau workspace contains menus, toolbars, the data panes, cards, shelves, and one or more sheets. The entire workspace is called as the workbooks. We would be creating individual workbooks which is going to contain the worksheets, dashboards, and stories. Each and every worksheet will be containing a view which is being built based on the requirement. So this is the interface. So as soon as you connect to your data source, so you would be seeing the start page. So where on the top left corner, you're going to see your data menu as well as the analytics menu. The data menu which is going to contain data source which you have been connected to. Then we have the various cards and shelves which is used to customize your views. Page shelf that is used to break your views into various pages. Filters. Filter shelf is used for assigning filters to your visualization. Marks card, more of customizing your visualization. We also have the toolbar and finally the view. So we are going to see in detail about all these things. So let me explain with a live demo. So as soon as you open your Tableau instances, the first thing you have to do is you're connecting to your data source. So you can click on connect to data and you have to choose what type of data source you're going to connect. Whether it is a flat file, then you're going for an Excel, text file, MS Access file, JSON files, PDF, spatial file or statistical file. If it is going to be server related databases, then we have to choose the appropriate data source connection. So here I'm going to use a dataset called Sample Superstore. Sample Superstore dataset comes along with Tableau as a saved data source. So this is the Sample Superstore dataset. So it has three tabs: Order tab, Return tab, and a People tab. So in Order tab, we have some data related to orders like order ID, row ID, order date, ship date, customer informations, customer location informations, and the corresponding fact values like sales, quantity, discount, and profit. Then we have the return sheet with return information and the people information. So first I'm going to connect with that dataset. So in order to connect with your Sample Superstore dataset, if you are using a Tableau desktop version, then you can directly double click on the saved data source section, or else you can download the data file from your uploaded files, click on Excel, choose the corresponding path where you have saved the data file. So you can click on the Sample Superstore file and give open. As soon as you connect to any data sources, you would be seeing the corresponding sheets or the tables belongs to that particular data source. So now let me drag this order table. I'm going to consider these three sheets as three tables like order table, people table, and return table. When you connect to any data sources, you may see the numerous number of tables which belongs to that particular data source. From that, either we take the entire tables or only the required tables based on the requirements. So first I have pulled the order table. As soon as I drag the order table, I could see the corresponding columns here, the metadata information. So each column is also represented by a data type. When you want to connect to the multiple tables, then we have to have some relation between those tables. For example, if I also need this people table, let me drag this people table, but I should have some connection between the order table and the people table. There should be some common data item which is going to connect both these tables. So only way in order to connect with your multiple tables is to join the tables using a common data item. So here I have the common data item called region, which is going to join both of my tables, order table and people table. If there is a common data item which has the same name, then Tableau itself recognizes it and creates a join. There are 4 types of join, that is your inner join, left join, right join and full outer join. When you go by an inner join, it is going to take only the matching records between your left table as well as your right table. When you go for a left join, it takes all the records from your left table and only the matching records from your right table. When you go for the right join, all the records from your right table and only the matching records from your left table. When you go for a full outer join, it takes all the records from both the tables. Keep in mind, full outer join creates duplicates. Let me drag the written tables also and join with the main table, order table. So we also have a common data item called order ID. In case if you want to switch to other join, so you can choose any of these 4 join. If you want to create a relationship based on any other columns, then you can click on this drop down and select whichever column where you want to create the relationship between the 2 tables. So now we have connected to the data source, we have pulled the required tables, also established the join relationship between the tables. As I said, for each column to the corresponding table will be represented by a data type. The data types that has been supported by Tableau is string values, that has been denoted by ABC, date values, date and time values, numerical values by a hash symbol, Boolean values true or false. We also have geographical fields for creating maps in Tableau that is being represented by the geographical symbol. So each of your column is being represented by the corresponding data types. For example, row ID, it's a numerical value, it's denoted by a numerical symbol hash. So in case if I want to switch from one data type to another data type, I can easily switch to any other data type, the appropriate data types. And you can again resume back to your old data types. So changing between one data type to another data type is very easier in Tableau. Your second tab gives you the metadata information, that is, it gives you each column is representing which table and which schema. You can also arrange your columns in the form of a ascending or descending order. So once you have established all these things, then you have to decide about your live and extract connection. We discussed what is live and what is extract connection in the previous video. That is, when you are going to connect on live, your data is being connected on live and speed of your data is being determined by speed of your data source. In order to go for a improved performances, also as a best practice, we also go for an extract connection, which is going to take a subset of data or entire data set and going to keep it in your local memory, and from that we are going to process our data. So either you can go for a live connection or you go for an extract connection. When you go for an extract connection, you can also define a filters in case you are going to define only the subset of data. For example, in this data set, I have 4 years of data. So if I want to take only the last year, that is 2015, so I can create a filter. So what happens now is, instead of taking the entire data set, I am taking only the required data which is actually needed for my reporting. So it is going to take only the data related to 2015 and which is going to be stored in your in-memory. That is, once I define the filter, the extract is started to create it. Now when I click on the sheet 1, it is going to create a TDE file, Tableau Data Extract file, which is going to store in your local memory, and from here we are going to take the data so that your performance is going to be tremendously faster. As we discussed in the last video, it also uses the Fast Data Engine connector. So this is a very small dataset, Excel dataset, so I remove the filter and also I go by live connection. So you can click on the sheet 1. So the entire thing is called as a workbook. Each workbook will contain sheets, dashboards and stories. As soon as you go to your first sheet, so you could see the interface details. So this is your data panel, analytics tab. So in data tab, you have the data source which you have connected to. File menu, data menu, worksheet menu, dashboard, stories, analysis, map, format, server, Windows help. So we would be seeing in detail about all these menus in the coming sessions. As soon as you connect to any data source, Tableau would split the dimensions and measures. Tableau has some internal keywords in order to split your dimensions and your measures. All the categorical values, identity columns, date values are classified as dimensions, and the numerical figures, the corresponding fact values, are considered as measures. For example, if I take the product table, product ID, product name, product column, these things are referred as dimensions. The corresponding numerical figures like price of the product, sales of the product, quantity, revenue, that is being termed as fact values or measure values. This is termed as your column shelf as well as row shelf, where you are going to drag your corresponding dimensions and measures to create your first visualization. For example, if I want to show the total sales achieved by subcategory of products, let me drag the subcategory to the columns and sales measure to the rows, which is going to give me a bar chart based on the dimension and measure which I have been selected. So this graph shows me the sales for each subcategory. So once you drag the dimension that has been in a blue color and your measure is stated as a green color. We also have something called field types in Tableau classified as discrete and continuous. Something which is being definable, it's being called as discrete. For example, your subcategory is a discrete value because I could easily say how many values are there in subcategory. Your sum of sales is a continuous values because it is a decimal value and it is not that easy to count your decimal values. For example, if anyone asks you how many numbers are there between 1 and 2, we cannot answer because it goes to infinite. Something which is not definable or termed as continuous. So always our discrete values are indicated by blue color and continuous values are indicated by green color. We also refer the dimensions and measure which is being dragged to the rows or columns as pills. The color of the pill has a specific meaning. As I said, green color pill indicates it is continuous and blue colored pill indicates it is a discrete. A workbook contains Sheets, Dashboards, and Stories. Sheets is a workspace to design your visualizations. Dashboards is going to be a collection of your sheets, and Stories, it's going to be a collection of your sheets with a sequence in order which is going to tell you a story points. Once you create your first visualization, then we have to customize the visualization using the marks card section. So what we see here is the marks card section, where the marks card allow us to introduce colors, labels, tooltips information to your graphs. Marks card is where we can drag the fields to control the mark properties such as color, size, shape, tooltips, and so on. For example, if I want to introduce colors to this graph based on category dimension, I have to just drag this category dimension and put it on the colors. So my visual is being colored now based on the dimension I have placed on the colors tab. I can also edit the color by clicking on the colors, edit colors. There are various color palettes, so I can choose the color palettes and I would be able to define a different color. We should also remember that is, when you are introducing the colors to the graph, again the discrete and continuous factor comes up. That is, when I am placing a discrete value to the colors, it could assign the discrete colors. Else, if I am going to remove it, that is, just drag it outside, and if I want to color this graph based on sales, if I am going to drag the measure sales to the colors, it is going to be the diverging colors. That is, instead of the discrete colors, it is assigning a single color with the diverging effect. That is, the blue color you could see from the lighter shade to the darker shade. Sales, which has the product which has the lowest sales, has the lighter shade, and the highest sales has the darker color. We also have different diverging color palettes available in Tableau with single diverging, double diverging, and triple diverging. In order to introduce the borders, so you can go for the borders. Halo effect, that is mainly for maps, which we would be discussing later. If I want to control the size of the graph using a measure or a dimension, then I have to drag the corresponding measure values to this size. So now if you could see, I have dragged the profit measure to the size, and the size of the bar differs according to the value of the profit. You could also see the legend information on your top right corner, which states the lowest profit has the thinnest bar to the highest profit of the thickest bar. If you want to remove something out of your marks card, just drag it outside, or you can click here and you can give remove. If I want to show the labels on my graph, you can click on the labels and give show marks labels. You can also select the different fonts and the alignments for the labels. Either you can go for displaying all the labels or the selected ones, or the minimum and maximum, or only for the highlighted. Detail section is for assigning the dimensions and measures which is not actually being displayed on the rows and columns section. And tooltip gives you the mouse over information. By default, when you mouse over, it takes up all the dimensions and measure which is being associated with that particular view. You can also customize the tooltip by dragging the corresponding dimension and measures to your tooltip. Or else, you can click on the tooltip and go for your own customizations. Finally, we are going to save this first visualization now. So go to the File menu, click on Save. So when you are going to save your workbook files, you have two options. that is TWB and TWBX. These are the various file types available in Tableau. So in TWB, it is just going to hold your workbooks and the worksheets, dashboards and stories, but not the data. If I am going to save a workbook with TWB extension, in that cases, my data is not going to get saved with that TWB. So when I am going to open the same file next time, I have to have my original data source file as well. But if I am going to save it as TWBX, it is also going to store the metadata informations in it. That is, whatever data source you are connecting, it will create a extract based off of it. That extract is also attached like a zip file. It is always a best practice and also allows you to share to anyone only when you save it with TWBX extension. We also have other supported file types, that is TBM, which is for bookmarks which contain a single sheets, data extract referred by TDE, Tableau data extract file, that is whatever we discuss, local copy or subset or entire data source to share and improve the performance. TDS is a data source file, shortcut for your data source. TDSX, it is archived data source file. In this video, I explained more about Tableau interface as well as how to connect to your sample superstore dataset and how to join the multiple tables, about data types in Tableau, what is being referred as pills, and marks card section to introduce colors, labels, tooltips on your views as well as about the various file types. Thanks for listening. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you.